before we get going, the players did vote captains. They voted for Matt Barkley, Colin Holmes, TJ McDonald, and Nikel Roby. So those will be your captains for this upcoming season. Thought it was pretty neat to add Colin and Nikel in there, the two returning captains. So I think it's a very good group that leads extremely well, and they had a lot of votes for a reason. As far as the scrimmage, I thought it was really a productive scrimmage. I thought that they did a really good job for the most part of substitutions from offense, defense to special teams. I thought they did a really good job for the most part of lining up in general in all three phases of the game. So very pleased with how it went, very pleased with how the skilled guys on offense clicked together. They really looked in sync, and so it was very productive, and I think we stayed really healthy.
Junior Kwame seemed like he had a breakout day today. Is he back in that competition for the third tight end, or is it kind of too late?
Well, we brought him over with us, and he lined up wrong twice and wasted a timeout. So it was good to see him make plays, but you don't get to read off the cards and have a play told you every time. So Junior's got a long ways to go, but obviously he's very talented. It's our job to find a way to get him focused.
Is that kind of his main issue at this point, is knowing where he's supposed to be and everything?
Yeah, extremely inconsistent, up and down, and he's been that way ever since he's been here. So he's got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do with him, and hopefully that come together, because he could be a really good player.
Do you think there's a good chance of him coming together and developing into a consistent, reliable player?
Yeah, I think so. But we think that way with everybody, so we'll do everything we can to make that happen.
Any more? Sorry, go ahead.
Do you have any other ultra talented but inconsistent players that you kind of group into that same thing with Kwame, or is he kind of the leader of that tribe?
I would say you've got a team, whatever percentage it would be, you have an extremely high percentage of a team that is really maximizing what they can do on offense, defense, and special teams, and knows their stuff, and very mature. And so where before we had a lot more guys that we were trying to get turned over onto the consistency side, we don't have any of those guys now.
How long before Marquise Simmons and Brian Bacham can start practicing in full?
Brian could. I think Marquise has another day, yesterday today. So he's going to have 2 days of just shoulder pads, and then he goes full.
How did you feel Max and Cody played, and have you made any determination on that?
I thought they played really well, handled things really well in the huddle. Regardless who you're going against, you still got to perform, and so it was really good to see. They both did a really good job, but I don't have any other information on movement.
Anything to be read into the fact that Max was first up?
Not at all. We've rotated those guys, for over a year now.
Is there anyone on the scout team besides Junior who stood out to you today?
I don't think offhand anybody. We'll go back and watch film.
Chad Wheeler had a sack. That was kind of
Chad Wheeler did. Yeah, they were running out of numbers over there, so they flopped him onto the other side. That's nothing for me.
Talking about running out of numbers, where do you go with defensive tackle now in terms of numbers? Do you have a backup plan?
Well, there's no magic formula. There's no free agency. So we're just got to figure out.
Jeff Miller played full defensive tackle today. Was that a situational thing, or is he going to move?
No, just a situational thing with the numbers.
Do you feel, I know you're practicing tomorrow, but do you feel like this is kind of the end of camp for you? I mean, do you guys start moving forward now for a while?
Yeah. I mean, obviously camp gets long at times, and the days are long, and so this is really time to, we just talked about that, it's time to go, This is real ball now. The way that I just told him, to me, the college football season for us starts tomorrow, really, and it's time to go.
How much of today was needed because of what happened last Sunday at the Coliseum?
Well, I think today was needed, just period. It was just needed because of the substitutions that are on the same sideline. The formats before were offense, defense on different sidelines, so you can't get a feel for the special teams and the way the game goes and the communication, so it was very needed regardless.
Was that really what you're trying to get out of today, just getting in that type of flow?
Yeah, got to see the guys communicate, see the game management coaches too as well. He got a couple of new coaches, so I think it was very successful.
I know it's all like kind of projections at this point, and you don't know for sure who's going to redshirt and who's not, but would you guess that you might not be able to redshirt as high a percentage of guys as you have the last couple of years because of the number situation?
No doubt. Yeah, definitely. I don't think you're going to see many guys redshirt at all.